The Pearl of the Orient, a brief history. Saigon. Just saying the name sends shivers down your spine. It's a city soaked in history, a place where the past whispers on every street corner. Long before the French arrived, long before the Americans, this was a Khmer settlement known as Prey Nokor. Centuries passed and the Vietnamese made it their own, calling it Saigon. It was a place of trade, a melting pot of cultures, a city on the rise. The Mekong Delta, with its fertile soil and abundant waterways, provided a lifeblood. Rice, fruit, fish, the bounty was endless. This attracted merchants from far and wide, turning Saigon into a bustling hub. The Chinese came, the Indians, the Malay, all adding their own spices to the city's unique flavour. But it was the arrival of the French, with their imperial ambitions, that would change Saigon forever. They saw its potential, its strategic location, its gateway to the riches of Indochina, and so began a new chapter, one marked by both progress and pain. The French wasted no time in putting their stamp on Saigon. They laid out grand boulevards, erected elegant buildings, and christened it the Pearl of the Orient. It was a city of contrasts. European-style cafes sat alongside traditional Vietnamese markets. French fashion graced the streets, while the scent of pho filled the air. The French brought with them their language, their culture, their way of life. They built schools, hospitals, and administrative centres. Saigon became the capital of French Cochinchina, a key outpost of their empire. This period saw Saigon transformed into a major economic centre. Rubber plantations sprung up in the surrounding countryside and the city became a hub for its export. Rice, too, flowed out of the Mekong Delta, destined for tables across the globe. Saigon was booming, but beneath the surface, tensions were simmering. The Vietnamese people, never fully accepting of French rule, yearned for independence. Nationalist sentiment grew, fueled by resentment over economic disparities and cultural suppression. The seeds of revolution were sown, waiting for the right moment to sprout. The Second World War shattered the illusion of French invincibility. Japan's occupation of Vietnam, while brief, further fueled the desire for self-determination. The French, weakened and clinging to their colonial possessions, faced a determined enemy in the Viet Minh, led by the charismatic Ho Chi Minh. Saigon, once a symbol of French grandeur, became a battleground in the fight for Vietnam's future. The First Indochina War raged, culminating in the French defeat at Dien Bien Phu in 1954. Vietnam was divided, and Saigon became the capital of the US-backed Republic of Vietnam in the south. The American War, as it's known in Vietnam, cast a long shadow over Saigon. The city was flooded with American troops, advisors and aid. Bars and nightclubs catered to the influx of foreigners while the war raged on in the countryside. Saigon became synonymous with the conflict, its streets and buildings forever etched in the minds of a generation. The Tet Offensive in 1968, which saw Viet Cong forces launch a surprise attack on Saigon and other cities, shocked the world and exposed the vulnerability of the South Vietnamese government. The fall of Saigon in 1975 marked the end of the Vietnam War and the reunification of the country under communist rule. The city, renamed Ho Chi Minh City in honor of the revered revolutionary leader, entered a new era. The early years were difficult, the scars of war ran deep, and the transition to a socialist economy brought hardship and uncertainty. Many residents, fearing persecution, fled the country in a mass exodus. The city, once vibrant and cosmopolitan, seemed to shrink into itself. But the spirit of the Vietnamese people, their resilience and determination proved indomitable. Slowly, Ho Chi Minh City began to heal, to rebuild, to find its footing in a new world. Section 5. Economic Powerhouse, Vietnam's Economic Engine. The launch of Doi Moi economic reforms in the mid-1980s breathed new life into Ho Chi Minh City. The city, with its strategic location and entrepreneurial spirit, embraced the shift towards a market economy with open arms. Foreign investment poured in, attracted by a young and eager workforce and a government keen on growth. Factories sprung up, producing everything from textiles to electronics. High-rise buildings began to dot the skyline, symbols of the city's ambition. Ho Chi Minh City transformed into Vietnam's economic powerhouse, accounting for a significant chunk of the country's GDP. It became a magnet for young people from across Vietnam, all drawn to the promise of opportunity. Section 6. The challenges of growth, urbanization and its discontents. The rapid pace of development, while impressive, has not come without its challenges. Ho Chi Minh City, like many other booming Asian cities, is grappling with the growing pains of urbanization. Traffic congestion is a constant headache as millions of motorbikes jostle for space on the city's streets. Pollution levels can be alarming, a reminder of the environmental cost of economic progress. Affordable housing is scarce, forcing many to live in cramped and overcrowded conditions. The city's infrastructure, while constantly being upgraded, struggles to keep pace with the demands of a burgeoning population. Power outages and water shortages are not uncommon, particularly during the hot and humid summer months. These are the challenges of success, the flip side of the coin. Ho Chi Minh City, for all its dynamism, must find a way to balance its economic ambitions with the needs of its people. Section 7. The youthful heartbeat, a city driven by dreams. What strikes you most about Ho Chi Minh City is its youthful energy. The median age is just over 30, and the streets are alive with a sense of optimism and possibility. This is a generation that has grown up in a time of peace and relative prosperity. They are tech-savvy, entrepreneurial, and eager to make their mark on the world. They are the driving force behind the city's booming startup scene, its vibrant arts and culture, its embrace of all things new. Walk into any cafe in Ho Chi Minh City and you'll find young people hunched over laptops chasing their dreams. They're coding, designing, writing, building businesses and shaping the future of their city. This youthful energy is infectious. It's what gives Ho Chi Minh City its pulse. It's a reminder that this is a city on the move, a city with its eyes firmly fixed on the future. Section 8. Culinary delights, a fusion of flavors. For a food lover like me, Ho Chi Minh City is paradise. This is street food heaven, a city where you can eat like a king for just a couple of bucks. But it's not just about the price, it's about the flavors, the freshness, the sheer variety. Pho, the soul-satisfying noodle soup, is a must-try. The broth, simmered for hours with spices and bones, is the heart and soul of the dish. Then you've got banh mi, the ultimate street food sandwich. Crusty bread, pickled vegetables, savoury fillings, it's a symphony of textures and tastes. Don't forget about the coffee. Strong, sweet and often served with condensed milk, it's the perfect pick-me-up for a day of exploring. Whether you're sitting in a fancy cafe or perched on a plastic stool by the side of the road, the coffee in Ho Chi Minh City is always a treat. From bustling night markets to hidden alleyway gems, Ho Chi Minh City is a feast for the senses. So come hungry, come curious, and prepare to be amazed. Section 9. Cultural tapestry, a blend of tradition and modernity. Ho Chi Minh City is a city of contrasts, where ancient temples sit alongside gleaming skyscrapers. It's a place where tradition and modernity coexist, where the past informs the present. You can spend your mornings exploring the Jade Emperor Pagoda, a century-old Taoist temple adorned with intricate carvings and vibrant murals. In the afternoon, you can lose yourself in the sleek boutiques and art galleries of District 1, the city's modern heart. History buffs will want to visit the War Remnants Museum, a sobering reminder of the horrors of war, and the Reunification Palace, a symbol of Vietnam's tumultuous past. Art lovers should head to the Fine Arts Museum, which houses a diverse collection of Vietnamese art, from traditional lacquerware to contemporary paintings. Ho Chi Minh City is a city that rewards exploration, a place where you can discover something new around every corner. Whether you're interested in history, culture, food, or simply soaking up the atmosphere, this city has something for everyone. Section 10. A glimpse into the future, Ho Chi Minh City's unfolding story. As I raise a glass of beer Saigon to my lips, The city lights twinkling around me, I can't help but feel a sense of awe. Ho Chi Minh City, a city forged in fire, is rising from the ashes. It's a city of dreams, of hustle, of boundless energy. The challenges are real, the growing pains undeniable, but the spirit of this city, its resilience and its optimism gives me hope. Ho Chi Minh City is not afraid of the future. It's embracing it with open arms. Will it become the next Asian tiger, a global economic powerhouse? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. Ho Chi Minh City is a city on the move, a city with a story that is still being written, and I, for one, can't wait to see what the next chapter holds.